Yeah, okay. Is the door shut?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you lock it?
It all locks.
Okay. Well, we got something very special here. This is Storm Duper for MakingStarWars.net. I'm here with IG69, and we have a very special surprise for all of you. We live in Asia, and we have managed... I don't know how we actually pulled this off, but we've got... we're being screened The Last Jedi a week before it actually goes worldwide. We are not allowed to take any video recording, but we do have a microphone here, and we're just going to do a little commentary as we watch it.
Yeah, we can thank my brother-in-law for that.
Yeah, so I can't remember exactly how we fell into this, but we're not really allowed to give away too many details or get a lot of people in trouble. But there's a thing called a digital cinema package, I guess, is how the movie theaters distribute films now. And before they actually put it on the screen, they have like a kind of test screening, as it were. And when we did Force Awakens 2 years ago, I made some friends, and we managed to work our way in here. So it's a little bit secret, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, definitely excited. I haven't seen this before, so I want to see how it matches up with the trailers.
Yeah, I stopped watching the trailers. Because like when The Force Awakens came out, I watched everything beforehand. And so the first time I saw the movie, I was kind of waiting for those scenes to happen.
Right.
You know, and it kind of ruined it a little bit. Not really, but...
Yeah, but while waiting for the movie, you got to wildly speculate about scenes way out of context. So
well, sure, yeah. I mean, I know enough. I've seen enough that, you know, but I haven't watched every single TV scene. I haven't been on Reddit like every day like I was with Force Awakens. So,
yeah,
it
seems like the two that I saw were like, that's enough. That's good enough. Oh.
But like, I mean, within the Star Wars Skywalker thing, like there's not going to be any more Skywalker trilogies.
No, the original 9, the original idea of doing the 9.
Yeah.
Films, yeah.
All right, here we go. A long time ago. Oh. I heard that the original crawl, I mean, it was going to be in red. I read that somewhere, and I'm really glad that it's not, that it's in yellow. Like, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, pretty standard.
The First Order has decimated the New Republic. Wow, yeah, I
Yeah,
remember reading that.
Yeah, no, you remember watching that.
Well, yeah, but I remember Ryan Johnson saying that the word decimated was going to be in the crawl.
Well,
so.
I mean, the thing with this is that we were talking about how most trilogies have months or years between them.
Right.
And this one literally is starting the second after the last movie.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So, okay, well, anyway, we're wrapping up. There's no surprising information. Somewhat disappointing.
Yeah.
But, well, I mean, not disappointing, just redundant.
So here we go.
Yeah. And... Huh. Well, that looks like a sheep farm. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Ireland. I mean,
yeah.
It's not... the island is a little bigger than I thought, actually. I mean, we only saw one side of it, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, you get to see more, I guess, Luke's hut. But,
yeah.
Wow, okay. Are they pork farming?
I don't know. I guess I wonder what Luke ate on
Can
ahch-to.
I just call them Furbies?
Yeah, I know, right?
Right, I mean, whatever. It's just... Are they, like, for food?
Like, I didn't expect them to show the same shot of Rey handing the lightsaber. I mean, I know that they refilmed that and stuff, but I thought they would show it differently. But it's almost like they actually went backwards and showed us the last 5 minutes of Last Jedi. And now here we are.
Well, I mean, okay, last like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like okay, there's the... Okay, boom, and then there's this visual of porgs in pens. like cattle. Okay, well, are they... Okay, well, we're going to have to watch because I'm not sure exactly what they're supposed to be. Are they supposed to be like pets or people?
Pets or meat, I think.
Right,
yeah.
like, are they? But then, you know... Okay, anyway, let's just...
So Luke has basically been farming porgs for the last 20 years.
Wow. Well, everyone needs a hobby.
Yeah. I did wonder what he ate there on the island for 20 years. But...
Indeed. Okay, well.
So Luke is off now. Where
Yeah.
is he going? Like he's
Yeah.
going to some
Well, he's got that
meditation thing or something. Like
Okay, but he's got that staff though, so.
right. Huh.
Would have thought there would have been more dialogue with Rey, but okay.
Right, we didn't get much. I mean, Luke seemed very upset.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, she did too, actually.
Okay, hold on a second, Steve.
Huh.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's
Snoke?
Snoke. Yeah.
In the first 10 minutes?
Wow. What a segue.
What the heck?
Now he's addressing his troops.
The thing about Andy Serkis here, like, it's so hard for me to watch him do Snoke and not hear Gollum because, like, he did that so well and it's, like, so ingrained in my mind that when I see Snoke here, like, it doesn't matter that he's, like, 8 feet tall, but, like, I still hear, like, Gollum.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. So, you know what? I thought he'd be, like, super short and you thought he'd be super tall, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've read enough.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to be, like, 8 feet tall or whatever,
Yeah.
but.
Okay, so yeah, like, he's.
That gown, though,
he's
is
substantial. Yeah, who?
ostentatious.
Yeah. That is quite a. Like, gaudier than I thought.
Yeah. Okay, so here's Snoke basically trying to instruct the troops about how he's gonna
Like,
capture the last Jedi or whatever.
well, yeah, like
In the very first 10 minutes of film,
he's
it's crazy.
he's doing the villain's monologue, if you will.
Yeah.
So he's
Okay, so back to ahch-to, and here's Rey training. What is that animal she's riding?
A porg? No, obviously not. But okay. Now she's meeting some people. Where did they come from?
I don't know. How did General Hux get onto ahch-to?
Yeah, and why is he wearing that ridiculous outfit?
That's Finn. What?
Hux and Finn.
Yeah. So they've... Well, I'm
And,
really
like,
confused.
Some random bounty hunter
What?
or something. I don't know. Maybe a first order dude. You just don't know him yet.
Huh. So Hux... Okay, so Finn is obviously in disguise or something here. How did he get there so fast? I thought he was like in a back to tank at the end.
They've been messing with light speed for a while now, so it seems like he can just get anywhere anytime. But like, shouldn't he be in hospital?
Right.
Is it like his clone?
No.
Well,
I don't think so.
Is he a clone? You don't know. Like, he thinks he's not.
I don't know. Why is Finn working with General Hux to kidnap Rey?
Yeah, they're clearly. Like, I mean, she's never met him, right? So like, they're clearly luring her away. I like the ship design though.
Oh, the spaceship.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
it's
It's very angular. Yeah.
Yeah, classic.
Very classic. So, okay, maybe we're going to get a bit here. Okay.
Yeah, yay for set design here.
Yeah. Wait a minute. In disguise. That's Poe in disguise. What?
That is Poe in disguise.
What the heck is...
Wait. Okay. All right. Yeah, you took the helmet off.
This is crazy.
Wait, are they...
So Poe and Finn have been working with General Hux to kidnap Rey. Okay.
Or...
Weird.
Okay, or is this some sort of... Okay, this is weird. Let's just keep watching for a minute.
I wonder where they're going.
Yeah. But they're going very slowly.
Yeah. One of the things in The Force Awakens I liked was like how the light speed, you could see it from the other perspective, you know?
Yeah.
I'm glad Rian Johnson did the same thing with it.
Okay, so for some reason Rey is now on his ship, headed for parts unknown. This is weird.
Yeah. I knew it was going to be strange, but this is... Oh, they're being tracked.
Okay, so now... Okay, so... Wait, so now the Millennium Falcon is following them.
I guess.
Piloted by Luke?
I guess, like... Okay.
It's moving quite quickly.
Yeah.
And in
Let's see who it is.
directions. Oh yeah, that's definitely the Millennium Falcon.
I didn't think Hux would be so important in the beginning of the film. Like, he's kind of the main...
Yeah,
kind of...
like, why is he on, like, a secret mission?
Yeah. And how did Finn and Poe get in with him?
Yeah, this is yet to be explained. And why can't Rey...
Whoa, she took an escape pod.
And... Wow, those are some weird-ass space beasts.
What?
Yeah, that... Apparently, do not eject in a nebula full of weird space eels.
Yeah.
To be honest,
use the Force, Rey.
Yeah.
Do something.
A little bit cheesy.
This reminds me a lot of, like, Return of the Jedi. Like, it's almost like the Sarlacc pit or something. Like,
no,
but she's in space.
No, like,
it's crazy.
Damn, darn it! What's the name of that thing? You know, when the Millennium Falcon landed inside that thing's mouth.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah.
Smaller
From Empire, right at the space form. Yeah.
Empire, yeah.
Wow, what's gonna happen?
Okay. Yeah.
So it seems kind of like Finn and Poe are trying to help secretly, like help Rey. Like
they're double agents.
Like it almost. Well, no, I mean, clearly it's almost like they knew somehow that Hux was going to try to get Rey, and so they're sort of secretly.
So now they're working.
Glomming on, yeah.
Like they're double agents, like working for the First Order.
What I don't understand is, like, were they already double agents and we just didn't know about it, or like, I mean, how did they get in there so fast?
Yeah,
I still don't understand
that's
that.
Not been explained at all.
Yeah, Poe and Finn were like in cahoots the entire time.
Yeah, well,
whatever,
I mean, okay, are they actually... No, I mean, it doesn't make any sense if they're actually First Order agents. But if they are working for the First Order,
yeah,
then obviously they're, like, rebel spies.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, so they saved her.
Okay, yeah, tractor beam, boom.
Huh. So Rey and Hux have a little weird kind of thing going here, huh? Like...
Yeah, well, he's just being creepy.
Yeah. So they've landed.
Almost. And
that was a beautiful shot, by the way. Like, when it started, like the way the thing came down through the sun, and like the landscape is unbelievable.
Well, also,
I wonder where they filmed that.
Like, it's also kind of strange. Like, right now we're on the ship, running from the Millennium Falcon, who's in hot pursuit.
Yeah.
And you'd think the Millennium Falcon being so fast would catch him, but
right. So they're gonna
ditch the ship on the planet and then try and I don't know, find another way off, so that I'm guessing Luke can't find them.
So Finn has like this bionic suit he's using to like
lift himself up.
Crawl over this like very strange terrain. Like, it's not really rocky. It's sort of like this metallic, weird. This can't be Crate yet. I don't think so, because Crate has like all that red stuff.
Yeah, there's no red. It's mostly gray and green.
I wonder what planet this is. Nope. There goes Luke. Because he has like his bionic hand, so he's like, he can use it to like hook on or whatever.
Plus the Force.
Well, yeah, of course.
I mean, that very...
God, that is such a beautiful shot. Look at that. Man, I can't get over the scenery. So Hux is like ripping on Finn for not escaping fast enough. Like, they clearly know each other, right? Well, I guess Hux would have known Finn because...
Why would a general know, like, the guy who cleaned the pipes? It doesn't...
Okay, he may have known his call sign, though, but maybe he didn't recognize him, but he somehow... I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. I think
I feel like we're gonna get more. You know,
yeah,
like we're gonna hear more about this.
They're gonna like explain how this situation came
Mm-hmm.
about. Yeah. Okay, so
Well, one thing I'll say about the pacing, like it definitely has been very kind of disjointed and hectic almost, but like
super quick. We are
Yeah.
already through a space chase.
yeah,
Like basically we came in, we saw some sheep. Oh, they're trying to drop Luke off the cliff.
wow. Well, now we find out if Luke can fly, right? That's like been the
Use
speculation.
the Force.
Yeah. Whoa.
And
Nope. Okay. All right.
okay. And that totally did not work. Yeah.
No.
As expected.
He's a Jedi.
Yeah.
He's still coming after you, you idiot.
Yeah, he can just
Hux
climb.
looks like such an idiot here, doesn't he? Like he's almost comical. He's like bumbling almost, which I appreciate because in the first movie he was too intense. Like he was almost like a Nazi, and now in this he looks like this goofy, like just kind of bumbling idiot.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely. I don't know how. Clearly competent, but not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he can do things, but not like his plans that he thinks.
Oh yeah,
he's
he's an evil SOB, but like he just seems there's a little bit more
he thinks
comedic.
He's way smarter than he is, and he's quite clearly
Right.
Not really very good at stuff.
Well, is now when Rey is gonna be like, "Hey guys, what are you doing? Like, why are you kidnapping me? Like, what is going on?" Like,
I mean, they have not even had a private conversation.
maybe she gets it. Maybe she's somehow in on it. Like, was this all like this plan or something? I mean, because you would expect. Like, I mean, now that he's gone,
Maybe she's trying to infiltrate like Snoke's organization.
it's crazy though. Like,
It
okay, so now, sorry.
okay.
So Poe is like, come on up here, I'm gonna kill you.
Wait, so Poe's gonna fight Luke.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna end well.
Well, I guess. No. This has to be for show or something.
Right? They're gonna like
they're somehow trying to bring Luke in, make it look like he's a villain in front of Hux, so that Hux tells Snoke that Luke is dead or something, right? Why is Poe gonna fight Luke? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Why would Poe think he could fight Luke?
Well, that's the ridiculous part. How are they gonna fight? Like, oh, so Poe has just said he's from Yavin 4, right? Like, that's okay.
Oh. Wow.
So Poe is gonna help Luke get up because he said that he's
like he swore on his like father's honor or something. I guess that
wow.
means something.
Well, you've heard a lot about Poe's family, I guess, in the I haven't read those. Have you?
No.
Huh. But I guess like Poe's father was some important person or whatever. Interesting. Maybe it's like
that Luke would know. Maybe. From
I don't know. Well, but he trusted him, so maybe he did, or maybe he just used the Force. I don't know.
All right. So Luke's up now, and
he had the lightsaber ready to go.
yeah, like it seems like they're gonna legitimately fight after they have like a conversation.
I don't understand. I really don't know what's going on here. Has Poe been brainwashed by Snoke or something?
Another thing, because we don't know what happened so far. They might explain it in some sort of flashback or something.
Right. Yeah, maybe. So Poe has said he's looking for the man who killed his father. Huh.
So, okay. Oh, so maybe like the guy who killed his father was some Imperial officer and he's...
Could be.
That's like some motivation of his.
Wow. Okay.
Would have been...
I don't... Wow. Poe has a lightsaber? What? Okay.
Poe's a Jedi. Okay, that's... Or maybe his father was a Jedi, but he didn't get the Force.
I don't know.
He knows a bit how to use it. We'll see. Hold on.
What I want to know is, like, are we supposed to believe that Poe had a lightsaber the whole time, or like he's just bringing it out now? Like,
well, I mean,
because he knows Luke is a Jedi. Like, why didn't he use it in The Force Awakens? Well, I guess he didn't have any hand combats. Maybe he did have it the whole time, and we didn't know.
Would you bring it with you on a... I mean, you would probably... If you... Oh, look at the scar.
Wow.
Damn. He's got... Yeah, he's been cut up a little bit. He's just showing Luke some scars here, and that's a bit odd.
Who is this man that killed his father? Right, that's... I mean, is it... It's got to be somebody we know, right? I mean...
Well, I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe General Veers or something? I don't know. Who's left from the old villains?
So, clearly, to me, like, there's some secret mission that Luke doesn't know about here.
Yeah.
Like, because...
Well, Luke seems to not know what's going on.
Yeah.
But Rey's going along with this despite the fact she knows who the other two guys are.
Yeah.
And General Hux seems to trust Finn and Poe. So, weird.
Oh my gosh,
okay,
they're fighting.
Okay, so yeah.
What?
Poe just pulled out a lightsaber and is handling himself quite well. Like he's... Wow.
I love the setting here. It's very medieval, kind of, in a weird Star Wars sort of way.
Have you noticed they're fighting left-handed?
Are they? Yeah.
It's like kind of... Huh.
Luke is really calm. He's totally changed as a Jedi. Like, I mean, in terms of his skill, he's older, but he's more reserved
the fight
too.
choreography is much better than it was in the original series.
Yeah,
but
I just think it's. I mean, would you call this a massive spoiler that Poe knows how to fight with a lightsaber? I would say
that
so.
Is a massive spoiler.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
And not just like a little bit fight, like Finn picked up a lightsaber.
Right. It's not like that. Like he can actually fight. Yeah.
Cutting open a tauntaun. Like he's actually, wow, he's really.
Oh my gosh, he almost hit Luke. Like what?
He's badass.
This is a crazy battle. Like this. I thought they were gonna be like, a couple seconds, and then Finn would, Poe would like explain why he's doing this so he can get Luke in or something.
And no, like they're
nope.
But they seem to be having fun with it too.
That's weird.
And I don't know. It's just nothing I ever saw about Luke looked like he was like the kind of guy who was having fun with anything anymore.
Right. It's like he's toying with him almost. Oh well, now Luke is pulling it out.
Now Luke is
What?
Whoa!
Oh man. Okay, so now I mean Luke is bringing it now. Like what?
And now he does like that force flip. Boom. Okay.
That's the shot of Luke we've been waiting for 20 years. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Look at Poe there. He's just like, okay, I'm screwed.
Yeah, I am dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
I am just so shocked still that they didn't hold that off with Luke with a lightsaber. I mean, I thought that would be like maybe at the end.
Well, that's not like...
They wouldn't have this like incredible battle.
This is a very different fight right now.
Yeah.
Very different fight. Okay, I think Luke's got sick of this. He's just going to finish it.
He's not going to kill him, right?
No. Well, maybe.
Why would...
No. Wow.
Whoa, amazing.
Way to lose your temper, Poe.
Yeah.
Oh.
He just singed him. He may have cut off his ear, that would have been pretty cool.
Wow. Just hit his hair instead.
Yeah. Oh, knocks him out.
Yeah. KO'd.
Luke seems like he has some secret knowledge or something about what's happening. Like, because he's just acting with such impunity. Like, he just seems like he's on this path that's already been laid out for him. There's Hux.
Oh, okay, but... Okay, so... okay, so Finn and Hux have been trying to escape while Poe held them off.
Yeah.
And now Finn's gonna have to hold them off.
This is crazy.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Maybe Finn. This is when Finn like reveals to Luke the plan, or something, right?
Possibly.
So Hux doesn't know what's happening. Huh. Okay, here he comes. Beautiful scenery. I mean, look at the vegetation. Like,
yeah, well,
it looks alien, but still like real enough. And I don't think it's CGI.
Yeah, that could be a real set.
Where would they have filmed this though? Like,
although when they hold on, oh,
okay,
wow, okay, Finn, that's so.
Finn is shooting laser blasts at Luke.
Yeah. That's not really gonna do it. He's challenging him to unarmed combat.
What?
That is, it's gonna be interesting. All right.
I would have not expected Finn to even be able to walk at this point. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
after
well, okay, I think-
getting hit with a lightsaber and stuff. I mean,
you know what might be coming is that they're gonna do a flashback to show what happened
after
the situation. Yeah.
Huh.
Oh.
Or maybe this isn't Finn. Maybe it is a clone.
It is, or okay, but that doesn't explain Poe unless they also cloned Poe while he was on the Star Destroyer before.
No, that didn't happen. I don't think.
Wow.
There's got to be a simpler under.
Well,
like,
I mean, Finn's handling like he's
yeah.
Well, first I didn't expect Luke to agree to it, and then two, I didn't expect Finn to actually like be that much of a badass.
Yeah.
A little slow though.
How about like the costuming though? Like on Luke, it's so awesome. Like
Luke, it's very much like Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Like he's out of that gray cloak now.
Right.
And
I don't know about the head thing, like the bandana-ish thing that he's wearing though. It's kind of a little bit pirate-ish, don't you think?
Yeah, I think he's just trying to disguise his appearance at this point.
Maybe.
I think, I don't think he wants them to know.
Is this our first Star Wars fist fight? Like, this is crazy.
Wait, has there been a fist fight in Star Wars?
Well, Han punched somebody on board that cargo ship in Force Awakens.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that, he also smashed someone against a tree in Return of the Jedi at one point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's
okay.
We haven't seen an all-out fist brawl.
Right, well, we're talking. Finn is down.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's not getting up.
Yeah, I mean Luke.
Yeah, he used the Force.
But we knew Luke was gonna win. But I can't believe they actually did fight. But now Finn is just stuck there on the planet, like with nothing, and Luke's running around. What the heck?
Luke's now going after Hux. So like, what? Okay.
Now this is what I've been waiting for. So Snoke. So Snoke must have been on that ship.
Or he followed in yet another ship.
Yeah.
Because now he's tracking them.
Ah, Kylo! I've been waiting. Wow.
He looks much better without the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that scar thing looks cool. I thought it might look tacky like that weird bandage they have, but it's awesome.
Wow. Okay, so... Interesting Force powers. I've never seen sort of the ability to kind of like judge distance and like my target is over there.
Huh.
He's using it like sort of a new Force power and able to track his foes.
Right. Snoke definitely wants Rey. He's definitely after Rey.
Is Hux like rebelling against the First Order by kidnapping Rey for like his own?
I guess.
Well, okay. Well, we still don't know like Snoke's.
So Hux left the First Order. Yeah, that's the only possible explanation.
That could be why he's not in the uniform.
Yeah. But now here's Hux and Luke in the showdown.
Wow. So
now we're gonna actually hear the plan, right? This is when we find it out.
Okay.
Luke is.
Oh yeah, so he's like, he can't. He's got Rey like like with a blaster right to her head,
Yeah.
and she's all like incapacitated at this point. And yeah, he's like, I can't beat you, but I can kill her. So interesting.
So here comes the bantha milk.
Yeah, it's like, ooh.
What? Hux just carries around a thermos of bantha milk. And they're going to do...
Oh, I see. So it's like a challenge here, like they...
It's like a battle to the death or whatever.
Yeah, a battle of wits, if you will.
Yeah.
So Hux is pitting himself against Luke. I don't know. Luke's not like known for being like the smartest
Huh.
dude in the world, but
I don't understand why Hux didn't like just keep running or... Huh, it's weird.
I think he knew he couldn't run.
I guess. So Luke is gonna when he's when Hux talks, I still feel like he's a Nazi. You know, like it reminds me a bit of like those old war films, doesn't it to you? Like,
yeah, he's definitely got that.
what do you think's gonna happen? Is he gonna drink this like
okay, so
whatever?
So basically, right now, like
concoction or whatever.
So right now, they
it's really cool. Like when they poured it in, like the color changed.
They're having a wager. Hux will kill Rey.
Mm-hmm.
And then he knows that Luke will kill him too.
Right.
But he knows Luke wants Rey back. So
there's so much going on in this scene.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of like one of those scenes in like a Quentin Tarantino movie where everyone's got a gun pointed at somebody else.
Yeah. So like they're gonna settle it with like a game of chance.
Hux is such a like idiot though. Like he's just a clown. He has a lot of screen time. I didn't expect that. Like the Hux to be such an important character in the first third or whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think some of the fans complained about the lack of villain time
in the first in Force Awakens.
Like Phasma looked like she was going to be amazing,
and then it was like nothing. Well, we still haven't seen her yet.
They dumped her down a trash chute. Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, that would be horrible if like Hux was the main villain and Phasma got no screen time.
Right.
Oh, he pulled the switcheroony on him. Okay. So Hux is cheating. But, yeah, Luke knows that. But then Hux knows Luke knows that. It's going to be funny.
Hux is dead, man. There's no way he survives this.
No.
Okay, so... Hux is dead, man. He drank the like the one that had the whatever.
Yeah, he bet wrong. So
that was a cool effect, like when they poured the stuff into the glass, like it made this cool frothy thing.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was CG or real.
Some baking soda or something.
Actually, that bread.
And Hux is dead.
Wow.
Oh my god! Yeah. Wow, what a way to go out.
All right, so Luke has saved Rey.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem very grateful.
No, I mean, okay, so all we have to go off so far is that, like, she gave him the lightsaber, and then...
She got kidnapped.
Yeah, and then she was just gone.
Oh, man.
Okay, so...
Back to Snoke here.
Snoke, yeah, Snoke's on the way. This is like a chase for Rey at this point.
I guess, yeah. Okay, so now is Luke gonna explain like what is going on, like why maybe he knows why she was kidnapped. So okay, clearly Luke is not like who we think he is. I mean,
well, he's far more. Okay, right now, far more active. He's not doing the
Yeah.
Obi-Wan thing. He's not just
No.
being the tutor. He's actually being a protagonist, which is interesting. Wow.
Who is Rey talking? She's still talking about her family. She's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I thought she was over them. I thought that was the whole point.
She's
She,
really angry right now.
yeah. But like, she seems to think that like her family is still coming back to help her or whatever, and Luke's like, nope.
Or that maybe Luke is preventing her family. From
Why? Okay,
doing
here's a
that.
question. Why is Luke being so mean to her? I mean, do you think it's because he is actually her, like somehow he knows her?
No.
Yeah. I
no.
mean, I don't know. I didn't think that, but now I kind of wonder.
Mm.
It's like he's setting her up to tell her. I hope that's not
Yeah.
the case.
Oh my god.
I really hope that
Oh my
Luke
God,
is
that,
not.
that reminds me
Yeah.
of like the Indiana Jones
Yeah.
thing with Indiana Jones being Shia LaBeouf's father. Like
What do you think of the design of those creatures that they're riding, Snoke in them? Those things
Yeah.
are cool, man.
those are really neat. I mean,
They're very regal. Like they went for kind of a weird regal
it's
look.
like a
with-
lizard horse.
Yeah. Well, like the thing is with like his golden robe and stuff, like he is kind of like a king almost. You
Yeah.
know?
Now, I guess I mean, why they're not using speeders or something, which would be more efficient. But
Right.
Whatever.
Well, maybe they didn't bring them with
I
them.
guess cinematically, this is better.
It looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's kind of the first time we've seen villains ride on creatures. Usually, it's the good guys who ride on
I
like
guess
stuff.
the digitally remastered Stormtrooper on a band.
Oh, hey, you're right. You're right. From A New Hope, yeah, they did ride on those. That's true. Good point. I guess that is true. Yeah.
To be fair, that was weak.
Oh, what were those things called again?
Banthas.
No, okay, no. I'm talking about the lizard ones that the stormtroopers ride on Tatooine. What were those called? The big green lizards.
Banthas.
No. Those are the
Wait.
elephant
Dewbacks?
things. Dewbacks. Sorry, dewbacks. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I screwed up. Yeah.
Banthas are what
All
sand people ride. Amateur hour here. Sorry, guys.
Dewbacks, yeah. You didn't know it.
Well, yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on. They're having a little, they're still arguing.
So Luke is now explaining what is going on, right?
Oh, so this seems
So he is in
this
league
seems
with-
more like she ran away,
Right.
but kind of not with the people she wanted to. So maybe like, oh, that would make sense. Maybe she got Finn and Poe to help her get away,
Yeah.
and Hux. Maybe Hux wasn't who we thought he was as well. I mean, I don't.
That could be. Yeah, maybe he was an infiltrator.
Mhm.
He's dead now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, Hux, we hardly miss you.
What?
Oh, there's Snoke.
What?
Like, oh,
Luke is the...
oh, Luke is down. Oh, wow. She just like straight up pushed him off a cliff.
And now she's jumping after him. That is...
Well,
Kind of
makes
odd.
sense when you got Snoke on your tail as well. Like,
Well, yeah.
It is the quickest way to the bottom of that ravine.
So Luke just told her that he left her on Jakku, but he's not her family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. So
So that means that Luke knows her parents, but she doesn't know who her parents are.
right. But
So that's
it
why
also
she pushed
means
him, 'cause
that
she's so
he's
angry?
Not her father.
Right.
And she's
Well, that's
not
good.
that bad.
I am very happy about that.
Yeah.
I would have been really mad if Luke was her father.
I guess they're free to make out now.
So here they go into this like...
Wow.
Whoa. Wait, whoa. What?
Oh no. No, don't do it.
This
No,
can't be
no,
happening.
No.
What?
No. Okay, it's just a hug. It's just a hug.
Luke is...
Wow. Okay, I thought they were going in.
I thought they were going to make out too. Yeah, I know.
It was like, oh no. Oh god.
This is like some romance or something. What?
It got a little creepy, and then.
Are you
and then
kidding
it was
me?
all right. It's all right. They're still doing that looking into each other's eyes thing. That's just. Oh, good, for God's sake, skeezy old man.
No!
Oh
What?
no!
Oh my god! You have to be kidding me.
That is wrong.
No!
Oh,
Okay.
Oh God.
Well,
You know what? You
he's
know what?
been alone for like 30 years on a deserted island, and then some hot chick rolls up, I guess. If he's not following the Jedi code, yeah, I'd try to hit that. What in the world?
But when did that get
This
set up?
is crazy.
Okay, but like we still have to wait for like the backstory. Like this thing is way out of order.
So there they go into this like
Okay, no, hold on.
this jungle of some sort. Oh, it almost looks like Dagobah.
Wow, yeah, they're on like some, yeah.
We still don't know what planet we're even on, do we?
Nope. At least this one has more than one terrain.
Yeah. So they've gone into this jungle to hide from Snoke and from Kylo. I can't believe that Luke just made out with Rey. This is nuts.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was. That's gross. It's gross.
Well, it's kind of the creepy old man thing, isn't it? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, he did make out with his sister, I believe, at least twice.
yeah.
Yeah, at least twice.
So I'm gonna give Ryan Johnson props. I was not expecting that. Like,
well, I mean, they always complained that
it's definitely a surprise.
Lucas's prequels were sexless.
Oh yeah, by the way,
this
this is a not a spoiler-free commentary. So at this point, you've probably figured that out.
Oh wow, that.
Oh cool.
Oh man, like there's like fire coming out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like the
So
swamp,
this
swamp is full of like fire.
Right. It's cool. So now Rey is seeing how like much Luke is taking care of her. He saved her from the blast of fire or whatever.
Yeah, this is not where I thought they were going to go with this.
I thought Disney was all about not like the big strong male protagonist helping out the poor girl in distress, but that's exactly what's happening. It's crazy. How did Kathleen Kennedy agree to this?
Like, wow. Oh, his lightsaber is very effective at getting through. I guess he has experience getting through swamps.
Yeah. So now Luke is explaining like what he's been doing the last few years, right?
Okay, so he's been researching like the Jedi Order,
yeah,
and its origins,
and the Force,
and how it's sort of things became corrupted,
right?
And
so the actual essence of the Jedi is actually being passed down from Jedi to Jedi through this process that's not even real.
Well, yeah, it's
it's all fake.
They ruined. It's like the Jedi basically turned their backs on. Like, well, there was like it seems like the original Jedi, and then what the Jedi Order became was very different than that.
Yeah, I've never heard the phrase "the essence of the Force" though before in Star Wars. Like that's a new thing, right?
Sounds very Yoda-esque.
So the Jedi's mission is to basically pretend that they know how to operate the Force to protect everyone who actually doesn't know how the Force works or whatever. So they're basically like a shell organization, and it's kind of like a secret kind of thing.
I don't know, but maybe some of them know how, but it's like the bulk of them don't. I don't know.
What I got from that was Luke explaining that like the Jedi exist to keep people from actually. Oh my gosh!
Wow, she just went straight in that sand pit. Yeah, they are going full Crystal Skull on this.
So Luke is saying he discovered in the tree that the Jedi are not actually Force users in the sense of like good and bad, but that they're like a little kind of army, not army, but like
they're just a faction of
or like a secret society, like a secret society that like kind of controls the Force to make sure that other people don't use it.
They're not balancing the Force. They're just being very specific on their use of it.
Huh. So then what does that make the dark side? Maybe they're trying. Maybe
Well,
the dark side's actually trying to expose that or something.
Well, this is where we're gonna have to see, because
So is that why Luke is like acting like he is, like he's no longer a Jedi or whatever?
Well, yeah, because he's quite clearly dissatisfied with the Jedi Order, so
Crazy.
he doesn't want to be a Jedi anymore.
That little stunt, like her kind of almost dying, and him, like I didn't need that. That to me was like a little over the top, kind of.
It's kind of a waste.
Yeah.
I mean, it interrupted.
Like we know Rey is not going to die halfway through the film.
Yeah, and also they interrupted the exposition.
Yeah. Well, like that's the other thing about Force Awakens that bugged me too. They did the same thing.
Again. God. Gross.
Whoa! What is that?
Oh God! It's like a mutant porg. Ew.
I didn't know that the porgs were gonna be so big. Like I thought they were gonna be like little cute little puppies.
Pop out and they have like those teeth are nasty.
So where are they then?
It's like they have some sort of like combat form to them, and they are not happy at Luke. Like they are.
So did they stow away on the ship?
Well, that's not clear because like there was some on the ship, but they were in their tiny cube form. Maybe they're getting revenge for being eaten all these years.
Crazy.
Oh, he's biting them.
What? Oh, he's got his bionic. He's fine. It's his bionic hand.
Yeah, he's cool.
But he's lost his lightsaber. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wait, I still think I think it's crazy that the porgs followed them there in the Millennium Falcon or whatever.
And are like out for vengeance.
This is awesome. I mean, we have a mutant porg attacking Rey on an unknown planet. Rian Johnson's awesome. This is crazy.
Well, Luke's doing his best to wrestle him. Oh! Right on the shoulder.
Wow,
he's sustaining some... I mean, force push him. Come on. No.
Oh, he got him.
Oh, use the fire from the swamp.
Wow.
I get it. And
it's like this
got his lightsaber back.
Amazing shot between his legs showing this dying evil porg zombie thing.
And he just straight up murders a porg. I hope he eats it.
One thing I'll give
I
it.
hope they're just really hungry at this point, and then they just eat it.
So Rey is like, "Oh my gosh, I love you so much now." Wow.
And now they're out of what? Yeah. Now they're just out of that swamp. Huh. It's kind of idyllic now that they're back in a cool area, like river, forest.
Another kiss? Oh my gosh.
What?
Here comes Snoke. And Kylo. So Snoke doesn't really seem to care too much that they're together now.
Or about Luke. He's not threatened.
Yeah, he just wants Rey. Oh no, there's some guys behind him.
No, stormtroopers.
Oh no, Rey is...
Oh, she's starting to bargain now. Yeah.
So Rey is going to go with Snoke, and then Luke is going to go back to ahch-to. He's going to go back to his, like, Jedi studies. This is crazy.
She's trying to, like, make it seem like he's not important.
Right.
So this is the thing, like, he's kind of traveling in disguise or something.
Trying to hide his identity. But Snoke knows it's Luke. This is ridiculous.
I mean, you can sense the Force, for God's sake.
So Rey is like, I came across the galaxy and gave you your lightsaber. Now I got to save you from Snoke. Well...
Okay, so Snoke's taking her off. And...
Now we have Kylo and Luke. This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Oh.
Wow.
Now the student has become the master.
Right.
Or has he?
What? Kylo is the one who killed Poe's father?
Oh, he is the one who's killed both. Well, wait, you think you would know? Who knows? Oh, and Luke's out.
Now, where is this? Are they on the same planet, or are they back?
Oh, this is the tree.
Oh, the Force tree.
Yeah. They're in the tree.
See, I thought that was gonna be like this thing on ahch-to that was like this Jedi library.
Sorry,
it's
there
not
was
at
a
all.
cut from Luke getting knocked on the head, and now they're in the tree.
I'm really happy that I didn't watch too many other things because I wouldn't probably have sniffed this out like beforehand. But
Well, okay, so Kylo and Snoke control the tree.
yeah,
Oh.
wow.
I thought
It
I thought that would be something that Luke was in control of, but maybe he's just having a vision of it.
All the stuff that I saw in the trailer, yeah. Wow.
Oh, that guy looks weird.
Who's that? I don't know. Must be. Why did they imprison Luke in this tree,
Maybe
force
they're gonna,
tree,
like,
or whatever?
suck the force out of him or something. Or...
Hey, maybe that's it. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why Snoke needs Luke, or Snoke needs a Rey, is to suck out the force. To keep going. I've heard that he's like a vampire, a force vampire.
Well, they have some plan for him. Oh,
So this guy is just some lackey here. How about the design on him? Like, do you think that was like mocap or was that like a mask? I can't tell.
Yeah. Well, okay. Just standard lackey. Not important. Very brief conversation.
Wow, look at that
Wow,
costume.
Rey's now in a fancy dress,
She looks pretty good.
and there's Kylo and.
This reminds me a bit of the stuff on Naboo from the Phantom Menace. Like it's sort of very Italian kind of.
Phantom Menace or Attack of the Clones?
Well, yeah, Attack of the Clones actually, yeah. My least favorite of the prequels.
Oh yes, sand.
That dress
I
she
love
was
sand.
wearing. Wow.
Yeah.
I
okay,
didn't
so-
expect her to clean up like that, in this movie.
or to give her the Amidala treatment.
Right?
Like why?
That's weird.
Oh, do you think she's like somehow like related to damn it to like Naboo royalty of some sort?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
So, why is Snoke keeping her in this castle?
Oh,
here we go.
Castle, fortress, whatever. It looks like a castle.
What? Snoke is gonna marry Rey? What? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, but Kylo does not seem pleased about that.
No, that's true.
This is weird.
So Rey is coming out in this beautiful gown. What? This is like some weird medieval, like, crazy.
Oh.
Who's that? It's Yoda! Oh my gosh, Yoda!
It's Yoda-esque.
So Yoda has come to Rey in a Force vision. He's like, what are you doing? What? Does she even know who Yoda is? Is she, like...
I don't know. Like it's honestly the weirdest version of Yoda I've ever seen.
Well, it's... At first, I didn't think you... Yeah. No, it is definitely Yoda.
Yeah, but... Like... Kind of...
Whoa. Oh, I know, dude. It was like some Force vision. What? Oh, so now she's like,
it's a
okay...
dream.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like some Force back or whatever. Like they did the same thing in Force Awakens.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah.
So Rey is now like seeing like Yoda came to her like,
oh, maybe Snoke wants to like breed with her to produce some super Force baby.
so Rey's like, sorry, it's not going to happen, dude. Snoke is cool though, because he's like, I thought he'd be more like a monster, but he's more political. He's more like kind of decisive, but like You know, he's not. He doesn't have that kind of monster like vibe. It's weird. I thought he'd be more of a rage kind of creature. You know, he's not. He's very tactical. He's very chill. Like he's calculating. Calculating is a word.
And
yeah.
disinterested.
Yeah.
Like he's got something else up his sleeve, and this is just one part of a many part plan.
Yeah.
Of some sort.
So Rey is telling him, "I'm not gonna be with anyone but Luke." This is nuts.
Wow.
So now Snoke is gonna help her find Luke. Like what? Oh, okay. Because he's like, okay, he's telling her this. He's not gonna do this. This is ridiculous. Of course, he's just appeasing her. Maybe he needs her to be like happy so he can do something to her or something.
Or at least not have her try and run away.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
he's using her for something. Obviously, like her premonition showed that she would like die if she goes with him, but he has an offer for her. Mm-hmm. And whatever. He's a Sith Lord or Sithish Lord.
Oh, here's Kylo.
Oh.
He's gonna kill her to start a war.
Wait. Oh. Okay, so
I got
this
it.
is like Phantom Menace kind of thing.
Yeah,
He's using her to start some sort of political conflict.
Right. So because she's like associated with the Resistance, I guess, or whatever.
At this point,
that makes sense.
No, but they're kind of already at war with the Resistance.
So Snoke is basically saying, "Look, I'm bringing the galaxy back together."
Okay,
and then...
but here's the thing: who knows what her lineage is yet?
Well, that's true.
She could be an actually important member of a faction that could, start a rift.
Okay.
I could see that.
Now we have what we've been waiting for the whole movie: Kylo and Luke in this Force tree.
Yeah, and Luke is helpless, and Kylo is now
tied
going to, I'm assuming, torture and kill him.
We're gonna get something.
Whoa, what's that thing on his head, though?
What is that? It's like some weird helmet or something, and they've got this weird contraption strapped all over his body.
Nipple suction cups? Okay, whatever.
So Kylo is like dabbling in the dark side here. He's trying to like use the Force to suck out Luke's Force powers or whatever.
Oh, he has a contraption.
What?
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. I love the design on that. It's very like kind of steampunk-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, Kylo is emo, really, right?
No, called it. They're like sucking the Force out of Luke. Like that. They're taking his energy. So Kylo's doing this for Snoke? For Snoke or without Snoke's knowledge?
Snoke knows about this.
No, okay, so... Oh, it's for science. Yeah, okay, whatever.
So Snoke has become this, like, he's like trying to study how the Force moves or whatever.
Or how to remove the Force from people and give it to other people.
Huh.
Okay, well, like there was a thing about Darth Sidious... like being able to manipulate midichlorian.
Right.
Oh, just saying that word makes me somewhat ill to my stomach.
Wow, look at Luke's. I've never seen him like that.
Pain, yeah.
I've never seen Luke cry. Wow.
A little bit in Return of the Jedi.
Okay, here we go. Snoke. Oh, Captain Phasma.
Captain Phasma. Oh my God, I hope she's not. Oh, actually, I kind of hope she is dumped down another garbage pile.
Yeah,
that's just the recurring joke.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I didn't expect her to be much in the movie, but jeez.
Okay.
So Luke is gonna, or I'm sorry, Snoke is gonna marry Rey.
Hold on.
And keep this.
So Phasma has to protect against these killers that are coming to.
Yeah, like the Resistance has like infiltrated the First Order, basically.
So.
Well, we knew that, but.
Do you think that is
Actually, that makes sense. So yeah, so
Yeah,
Snoke knew. Snoke knew the whole time that Finn and Poe had
Finn and Poe were
right.
Or
wow.
at least somebody had.
Well, maybe he didn't know it was them, but he knew. So now he's like, okay, now we gotta bring him in, draw him into the trap. It's very Return of the Jedi, actually. Like,
a little bit, yeah.
Wow, I didn't expect Snoke to have so many scenes.
No,
he's been like in half the movie. Like, it's crazy.
Well, half. Okay.
Oh, now we're finally on Crate.
Wow. So they're removing all of the population from Crate, which is, I guess, where the ceremony needs to happen.
I guess so. Like, it's some sort of symbolic thing.
Oh God, Poe's drunk. Really drunk. Still got the lightsaber.
There's a stormtrooper.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Well. Stormtrooper versus lightsaber.
Poe's obviously distraught because he doesn't know what to do now, I guess. Maybe he thought that when he was undercover, like somehow he was going to be helped by the rest of the First Order.
Like the plan failed in some way. So
yeah.
Okay. There's Finn. Finn's helping him up.
Yeah. Well, I knew there was going to be a bit of a kind of gay connection here.
Okay, that's
but
it's a little bit,
I didn't think they would hug each other.
It's a little bit homoerotic right now, but I'm not sure if that's where they're going. That could just be a...
Well, I mean, Finn did just touch him on the chest.
And then Finn just let him fall.
And now he's feeding him. What? What is that slop anyway?
Oh my God.
Wow.
Okay, so basically after Luke kicked Poe and Finn's butt, they kind of separated.
Yeah.
They lost Rey. Poe got wasted drunk.
Yeah.
And it was just...
That was awesome.
Fighting a stormtrooper, and Finn came along and kind of bailed him out of that trouble.
Yeah. I like the way that they handled the whole, like, Poe-Finn romance thing.
When we say... look, we're making too much out of it. I think they're just buddies.
I don't know.
I mean...
He did touch his chest. Like, that was very intimate.
But they're not, like...
Yeah, okay. I mean,
they're not making out or anything. I mean, it's not Luke and Rey creepy.
No, but...
That's creepy, dude.
Yeah. Now they're going to find Luke.
Right. Okay, so now they're going to break... they're hatching a plan to break Luke out of prison. Or the sacred tree or whatever. I guess Hux maybe told them a little bit about it.
So he's after Kylo. I see.
Oh!
Wow.
So he's got a vendetta again. Okay, so
that was true. Like when Luke said
he's got a vendetta against Kylo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how they gave Poe a bit more to do in this movie. Like he's almost more important than Finn.
Yeah.
Captain Phasma is such a tool. I'm glad that they didn't I don't know. I never liked the character of Captain Phasma. The design is cool, but
the design is cool, but they didn't do anything.
I have the key to the door.
You can't really say you don't like the character of Captain Phasma because you've never seen it.
Well, yeah, she doesn't really have one. She's very tacked on in this movie too.
Nope.
So now Rey is basically sticking it to Snoke. Do you think Snoke has like this crazy backstory of like being this like whimperish old man or like man who couldn't find love or something? He seems like so pathetic. He actually seems pathetic. That's an interesting thing I didn't expect to see. I kind of feel almost sorry for him, you know? Like he's so awkward.
But he's he's awkward, but he's also just using it. Like it's like he's awkward because he doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
But he has such an ego, man. Like he gets so angry.
See, look at this. She's just talked back to him, and he's getting all upset about that.
So angry.
Like ridiculously angry. No, I mean, you know, when.
Oh, this is it, dude. No, this is the scene from the trailer with her like when she's flying. This is what's gonna happen right here. I think it's right here. Oh my gosh!
And
so now he's showing her.
He's showing her his boss right now. Boom.
Whoa. Okay, so we haven't seen Snoke's full powers yet.
No.
He's actually like completely like.
At least it's not force lightning, for God's sake. Because that's just, you know, recycling too much.
But did you think he'd be able to like keep her frozen in one place? Like that's crazy.
Well, I mean, Kylo did that with some like.
Well, yeah, that's true. I guess
you know,
maybe that's who he learned it from.
Yeah, I assume so.
Oh, now he's in the tree.
Oh, okay. So he totally.
And he's gonna suck all the force out.
Wow.
Oh, whoa!
He just cranked the force sucker up to like 50.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, Luke seems.
Now Kylo, it's like almost Kylo is having a bit of a Darth Vader like I'm gonna help him moment. No, I guess not.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we didn't get enough time to
see
it,
the
but
whole.
But Kylo looked upset at the like Snoke losing his temper
back on
like that. Two, I mean, which is weird because he loses his temper all the time. But, like Snoke like being like out of control, and then two, like Luke suffering like that. You might still have some. I don't know. Maybe you know the thing is like maybe Han wasn't a great father and he didn't care as much about him, but
could be.
He seems to show more concern for Luke than he did for Han Solo. So
we're back from Crete back to this mystery planet.
Yeah.
Still don't know where it is.
Well, they've been flipping back and forth quite a bit.
Yeah. So.
Finn just knocked that dude out with one hit.
Wow.
Good for you, Finn.
What is Poe doing? Oh, he's actually using the Force.
Oh my God, he is. He is completely using the Force.
Dude, Yoda.
So he's
Yoda's telling him where Luke is. Oh my gosh.
So
Yoda must.
So Poe is Force sensitive.
Yeah. How did he know about Yoda though? I mean, that's a.
Oh well, you know what? Like when like all the Jedi scattered and stuff. I guess some married, had kids, etc., etc. He might be the descendants of some Jedi Padawan or Jedi Knight that escaped the Purge.
So Yoda's gonna tell him how to get into this like Force tree, how to find it, and this
and maybe Poe's dad or whatever joined with Luke. And then Kylo, when he killed everyone on Ren,
that makes sense.
We still haven't got that out. Like we don't really know.
This reminds me of that scene in the Lord of the Rings where Gandalf's opening the door. He found it.
Like Lord of the Rings or
yeah, like when they can't get in the
Hobbit.
Is that the Hobbit? I don't know.
There's the Hobbit one where they can't open the door into.
Durin or whatever.
No, okay. No, I know the scene you're talking about. That's Lord
the Mines of Moria.
Yeah, that's Lord of the Rings. Yeah,
that was very much like that. Like so Yoda get 2 scenes so far, and
he looks weird. I mean, they've really done they've spooked up the Force ghost.
Right, it looks really weird. Yeah. I think I kind of like it because it makes it almost more of a scary ghost kind of thing, which it should be.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes it seem like you can still go good and bad or whatever. Like after you die, like your spirit is still able. Because like Yoda,
it's like the physical image is warped in an unnatural way.
Right. Because like the first time we saw Yoda, I thought he almost looked like some villain, like
just covered in blue.
Right.
I mean,
no. I mean the first vision here.
I meant
saw
the first movies. That's what a Force Ghost was.
Oh yeah.
Just the actor covered in blue.
But in this one, the first time we saw Yoda, I almost didn't recognize him. Yeah. Like I was surprised.
He had a weird mole on his face, and he looked a little bit like weird, like just physically distorted.
So what are they going to do? Luke's dead now. They're going to take him with them and take him where? Luke cannot be dead.
No.
Iggy. Luke is not dead. I'm calling it right now. Luke is not dead. We've actually never had a character come back to life.
No, we haven't.
Oh, so DJ is going to revive Luke somehow with some special tonic he's making up. Huh.
Yeah, he's doing the full, like, how do you describe that? Feel him up?
Yeah.
He's probing him, and it's like, oh,
this is
weird.
Really funny because I thought DJ was going to be like this hacker kind of character, and now he turns into like this almost homeopathic medicine man.
Yeah, like he's
it's kind of kooky.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, this is almost impossible. I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah.
But you know he's going to. They're going to go full Gandalf.
Well, if he's not going to do it, it's going to be a really short movie, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like this movie is really honest. Like, it's just kind of a happy kind of vibe. Like, it's very sure of itself.
Sure.
Like, it doesn't ask too many questions
really know
of
what's
the
going
watcher.
On, but yeah,
it's wacky.
Wackier than I thought a Star Wars movie would be.
Yeah, right. I thought it was going to be way darker. It's definitely not as dark as Empire, that's for sure. What is that thing he just put in his mouth? It's some kind of like weird electronic device. It almost
like a defibrillator or something?
Yeah, kind of. So Luke just spoke. He's not dead.
Yeah.
He just said Rey.
Okay, so basically they can bring him back. So yeah, do you think he'll be wearing white robes?
Oh, like Gandalf style?
Yeah,
Nah.
they're going full Gandalf here. Yeah. You know, this might have been like a reshoot.
Do you want some more? I'm gonna get some more popcorn. Hold on.
We know Carrie Fisher died, and then maybe Luke was supposed to die in this movie.
Right, and they had to redo it?
Yeah, they had to redo it because he couldn't... I mean, they need him for the next one now.
You want some popcorn?
Yeah, sure. Popcorn. That's not popcorn. Alright. Okay, so now DJ and his wife are arguing.
Who's that? I can't tell. Is that...
I'm assuming that's his wife.
I don't know who that actress is, actually. I've never seen her before.
I don't know. It's hard to tell under the makeup.
Huh.
Okay, so you're gonna like activate the device.
Yeah. What a beautiful set piece.
Mm-hmm.
That little village, like, that's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Are we back on Crate now?
Yeah. Okay, so now we're in the
Wow.
Okay. Now we're in the fortress. On Crate.
I can't wait to see those, like, crystal, like, what do they call them? Crystal dogs or whatever. The ice dogs, the Vulpex thing or whatever they're called.
The Pokemon. Alright. Okay, so Luke's alive, but severely weakened.
Yeah. I like that Poe and Finn have screen time together.
Okay, so now Luke's effectively...
They're like, your force powers have been sucked out of you. And Luke is like, what? This is crazy.
So Luke's effectively useless now. And Poe
he's
and
just
Finn
like
are
a
gonna
porg.
have- yeah. Well, less vicious and ugly. They got ugly.
So now who has those Force powers? Does Snoke have them? Or do they just evaporate into the universe?
Or maybe they're like bottled and they haven't been put in someone yet.
Maybe Kylo has them.
Well, maybe Kylo steals them so that he can overthrow Snoke.
Huh.
Okay, alright, anyway.
So they're going to get in and save Rey here.
Okay, so they got to go get Rey out of the fortress. And, but Luke's not going to be much help.
No. Do you know what...
Okay, so they're going to disguise themselves.
Yeah.
Or make it like some sort of... Okay, so they got to get into the castle. They need some sort of distraction.
Subterfuge.
Subterfuge to get in.
Right.
And they've only got 3 dudes, and there's a whole battalion of stormtroopers in front of them.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't think BB-8 was going to, like, have... Like, I've seen him use his projector, but I didn't think he'd be able to, like, project on them to, like, change their appearance. Interesting.
Maybe next they'll give him some sort of rocket boots, like R2-D2.
Right.
I hate that so much.
So BB-8 is going to, like, make Finn look like a giant, basically, with his projector so that the guards are going to run away?
Yeah, I guess. Like, if he looks like some sort of horrible mechanized robot, they'll bugger off.
God, Snoke is so pathetic. It's so sad, actually. I didn't feel like I was going to have so much empathy for him. Like he's so pathetic.
He does look fetching in that new blue robe, though.
Yeah.
I usually expect everyone to wear the same clothes throughout the entire series. I like that they switched up his costume here. I guess he just likes robes.
Right.
I mean, who doesn't?
So now it's night.
Okay.
I do like that there's no like Ewok kind of equivalent. It's just Finn, Luke, and Poe, and no one else.
Yeah.
I mean BB-8, of course, but like it's not like they've attached themselves to any kind of species or whatever on Crate. It's just them.
Yeah, they're just gonna have to sneak in, get Rey, and get out by themselves. Although I have no idea what freaking race is now
what is that
beginning the ceremony for Snoke and Rey.
It's almost like a weird monkey or something.
Yep, like a cross between a monkey and a rabbit.
You know what I was thinking, Iggy? There's just been like a curious lack of like any kind of big scenes. You know what I mean? Like everything's been very kind of character driven.
Right. Okay. I mean, there's been there was the ship chase at the start.
Yeah.
You know, there was
okay, now here. Okay, here.
Okay, hold on.
Got a big scene here. Okay. So Finn is coming in this disguise, this digital projection disguise or whatever, like a hologram kind of disguise. And these guys are not having it. They're just terrified. Okay. Wow.
Oh, wow. It's on fire. That is bizarre.
So these crate guards are obviously pretty, like, idiotic.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have a giant flaming robot coming at them,
right.
So, I mean, but they bugger off.
Yeah.
Though, you expect some stormtrooper discipline. Oh, wait, Phasma's coming to check it out.
Yep.
She'll rally the troops.
I like that Finn is the one who scares everyone off because it gives him a bit of a character payoff, you know?
It's just Phasma now.
Like it's Finn versus Phasma.
Yeah.
Finn got rid of all the troops and now it's just him and Phasma. It's awesome. Now, why is Snoke caring about this ceremony so much? Like maybe it's all about appearance for him, I guess. It's weird.
Or again, maybe it gives him something because we still don't exactly know who Rey's parents are.
Yeah, I guess. Snoke says he kills Luke and Rey is not having it. She's like, nope.
I can sense him.
Yeah, well, we know Luke is not dead, so. Phasma gives up the key so easily.
Oh my god!
She
yeah,
is such a tool, man. That's even worse than the Force Awakens.
Oh my god! Right? Like literally, they just threaten her, and this time she just like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly the same thing that happened in Force Awakens.
Exactly. So so they need to get through a door, and Phasma has the key code.
Yeah.
So they're just like, give it to me, or we'll tear your arms off. Okay. Wow, she's just. What's the name of the actress who does Phasma?
Gwendolyn Christie from Game of Thrones.
I know, so good as Brienne of Tarth. And then such a pussy here.
Not good. Yeah, I mean, actually, I don't even feel like her character was necessary in this movie at all.
Absolutely not. Like, should not have been there.
Nope. That's how I felt about Force Awakens.
They should have just written her out in Force Awakens when she blew up on the...
Oh, here comes Kylo and his men.
Oh.
The Knights of Ren! We haven't seen them! Ah! What?
Oh my God, they suck.
Poe is taking them out! What the heck?
Wow, that was like 5 of them.
Yeah.
And he took them
out that was
in
even
about
faster.
2 seconds.
Dude, that was even faster than like when Palpatine took out the Jedi in Revenge of the Sith. Like he took out all the Knights of Ren in like 10 seconds. That's crazy.
What was the point of even having them there? Okay, now he's gonna square off.
No, Kylo ran away.
Just ran away.
What?
That's bizarre.
Kylo is not gonna fight Poe Dameron to the death.
Now Finn and
what?
Luke are okay. So Poe and Kylo are running at each other, and I guess Finn and Luke will go their own way.
So Finn has got to go help Poe.
Oh yeah.
So he's leaving him, Luke.
Yeah.
He's like leaving him in the corridor. Oh my gosh.
Okay, he's gonna leave him there for a minute.
Something's gonna happen to Luke. It's gotta. Okay, here comes Finn to help him get through the door. He's like triggering the because Finn knows these Imperial locks, right? Like,
yeah. Like,
okay.
Okay, that
got
took
through
about 2 seconds.
Yeah. These are like Snoke's parents. What?
And they're with Rey.
I thought.
But Rey seems like cool with them. So
this is so
they're not
weird,
evil.
man. So Snoke is not like this like horrible evil man. He's just this kind of troubled soul.
Like he's like the heir to an empire or something.
It's crazy.
And his doddering old parents are
whoa.
Like not really that.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. I love how they shot this. Like, it's very realistic. Not a lot of CGI, running through corridors, turning around. It's almost like the Three Musketeers or something.
Oh, Luke's... Okay. Finn goes back to get Luke, and Luke is gone. Poe and Kylo are...
This feels very swashbuckly to me.
Yeah, they're running through the...
What? I didn't know they made lightsabers that small.
It's like a light dagger.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, and he gets Poe's... Okay, Kylo gets Poe straight in the gut with a light dagger.
Did you need a light dagger? I didn't need a light dagger. That was weird. It's a new thing.
Weird. Like, I mean, because the blade's light shouldn't really weigh anything, so really hard to throw.
Yeah, that's right.
But it kind of threw it like a knife. So, it's a bit weird.
Poe is struggling hardcore. Now, this is a payoff because remember, I mean, Poe and Kylo had that scene when Kylo stole the info about BB-8 in Force Awakens. So this actually scene makes sense that they're back together again. Oh no, Rey is distraught. I have to say, what they've done with her costume and character here, it's interesting. Oh, there's the box. The lightsaber! Oh! So she's actually got the lightsaber from Luke.
I guess he gave it back to her.
How did he get in there?
Wait, Luke is in her bed. Oh, gross. They're kissing again.
This is kind of... it's almost the opposite of what you thought would happen with Rey's character. She's turned into like this very kind of demure, like needy, feminine kind of character, almost like a princess or something. Like, and she's sexualized quite a bit.
Yeah, a little
I
bit,
was surprised by that. Like,
and she's into Luke. I mean, I could have seen her either going with Finn or Poe.
yeah.
Like, but like, really, Luke? Oh, okay. Hold on. We're back to Kylo and Poe. Wow. So Kylo is severely wounded. Poe, both arms and the gut.
Yeah.
And Poe is like, "You killed my father, and I will murder you."
Yeah. Poe Dameron is a badass in this movie, man. I would say that's probably my biggest surprise is what they've done with Poe's character.
Yeah, it turns out
he
he's
is
like
a
the
badass.
major minor character in this one.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Stabbed Kylo.
Oh, he's got Kylo twice.
So what is...
He's rallying.
What a fight. Oh my gosh. Kylo just looks like a little child here. What?
Wow. He cut Kylo
Kylo
looks
looks
like he got cut.
Oh no. A lightsaber through the heart just like Kylo did to Han. Oh my gosh. And Kylo is
dead.
Wow.
Well, we assume he's dead. I mean, he might come back in as a clone or something in the next movie, but he's totally dead.
He got a freaking lightsaber through the heart.
Dameron. Completely.
And this is like the love scene again.
And again, gross.
So much of this is weird. So now Luke is like, you did not marry Snoke. You were not married to Snoke. Do we seriously think that Rey is confused about? That's a little weird.
And there seems a lot of weird stuff.
Oh, here's Snoke.
Snoke is now coming to challenge Luke.
And Snoke has a lightsaber. Oh my gosh, it's orange. A new color.
I don't know. Not Knights of the Old Republic or anything, but yeah.
I think it looks cool though.
Yeah, I guess.
So Luke is like basically threatening Snoke.
I am extremely disappointed that Snoke has a lightsaber. I would really like to see another weapon for Force users other than
a lightsaber. I think it looks cool though.
No, I mean the lightsaber is cool. It just shouldn't be for everybody. You know what I mean? Why can't another organization?
Why is Snoke
an
attacking?
Equally cool weapon that is not a lightsaber. I guess
so Luke is like, I'm going to torture you. I'm going to cut off every body part you have and just leave you in the road. This is a bit intense. Wow. A bit of a weird change in tone, don't you think?
Yeah, he's gone dark. He's like, wow. Snoke is looking a little
But like Snoke already looks kind of brutal. So I think we're seeing here really... There's a deeper connection between Snoke and Luke than we've seen in this movie that they're going to tell us in the next movie.
Yeah, I think, okay, this is obviously just a build-up to stuff that's going to be explained in the next movie. Or not. I mean, they could prequel us on this. You know what I mean? Like, just, you'd think it's all going to get explained and it doesn't.
Oh, so Luke does have the ability to use the Force still. Wow. Oh, and he's pulling Snoke's lightsaber across the room. Cool.
And
that's the money shot that we've been waiting 30 years for, man. Luke standing like a badass. Look at that. Oh, man. That's awesome.
Wow, okay,
here comes
so
Poe.
Basically, Poe's coming back, wounded but alive.
Mm-hmm. So Luke is still a little bit rickety.
Oh, so he was bluffing.
Yeah.
He was bluffing. So anyway, Snoke's been subdued, and I wonder what they're gonna do now.
Here comes Finn. Oh, those fathier creatures, those like horse things. So they're gonna sail off into the sunset on Crete, riding these giant.
Okay, so basically they're gonna subdue. Okay, I don't know why they're not killing Snoke right now. Again, this hints at maybe Luke having some sort of connection with him that we don't know.
Let's be honest. This movie has been very confusing.
It almost doesn't even seem like a Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, they're jumping out a window. Okay. Let's give this a second here, but they seem to... They're talking about future plans? Like the war is over or something?
Yeah.
But it clearly isn't.
So Luke is like, why don't you be the guardian of the Jedi? While he goes and takes Rey into the sunset and makes babies? What? Okay.
Wow. And
very anticlimactic.
And then riding to the sunset. Literally.
Yeah. The visual pun
They literally ride off to the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't understand a lot of what I've just seen, and I'm not sure it's because while we're watching it under such pretenses, and, it's a bit... But I think I need to see it again. First of all, I thought that Canto Bight was going to be a major part of this film. It's like in two shots. I mean, we hardly even saw it.
Yeah, where's Rose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
like one scene on a ship.
Yeah, I know. She was very minor.
She's like, Rose. Like, okay, like, great.
Well, and like, I get the fact
it's just an Admiral Akbar with less lines.
Yeah, she had a few short scenes.
Yeah, there's literally.
That's kind of like Force Awakens, though,
because it's just like we're on a ship. Let us go here, and that's it.
Well, yeah.
So
the biggest, this kind of sad part about the movie was just Leia didn't have much of a role at all.
No,
I guess it makes sense that because she died, but. Yeah, I thought she was gonna be more of like a main character, and she was.
I thought they would write
so
her out,
peripheral.
But they didn't. So I guess we're getting CGI Leia in the next movie.
Maybe
she's literally in one scene, just kind of looking worried.
Yeah,
and that's it. And it has nothing to do with an attack on any ship. That's completely misleading. The trailers were very misleading.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I didn't watch as many as I did last time for Force Awakens.
Because they really try and sell you a dialogue that's not happening.
Yeah. One thing about the film that I thought was really interesting was how, there was maybe 2 or 3 scenes that were in space, but we didn't really get those space battles.
Yeah, it was mostly on planet. We didn't talk about several scenes that happened because they were very brief.
Yeah.
You got the odd little battle. You got the odd battle of in space, or the odd moving from here to there, or someone yelling an order. Some of the characters that have been sort of put out there as being, this will be an important person. Absolutely not. Phasma is still basically a joke. Kylo Ren dies.
Yeah.
That
was a big surprise to me.
So I guess it's going full Snoke now, because I keep saying going full something or other, but
yeah,
it really does seem like they are putting all their eggs in a couple small baskets here. So,
I would say that my main negative, if I have a negative about the movie, was it didn't really give me a chance to get into it at the beginning, because I just, there were too many questions. I know that Rian Johnson wanted to make something new and fresh.
I have so many. Okay,
But
honestly, none of the questions from the last movie were answered, other than Luke is not Rey's father, and that he had something to do with her being left on Jakku.
And did you think it was weird how like Luke and Rey had this weird romance?
Yeah,
for the whole movie. I thought that was creepy.
Was that? Like the training montage was like what, 30 seconds? Like
it was like the shots in the trailer and that's it almost. I mean, there was a little bit more, but that was about it.
Literally, like you open up, she gives him like the lightsaber. He has like a scene of dialogue where he talks with her, and then it's her fighting a little bit, and then porgs and pens. And
then like the other thing that
what?
Like one of my favorite characters, and then I thought
I really liked Hux.
Well, Hux, yeah. I mean, they definitely put him into the like forefront to get killed.
Yeah, he got killed as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, like Kylo and Hux was like, I really like them as the villain characters, and they both died.
Yeah, it's weird. Maybe the whole like weird sort of conspiracy sort of element in the first half of the film, maybe that's going to come in, in the next movie, because it still seems like Luke has some secrets.
Also, we still don't know what the Resistance is like, really. Like,
right.
Very, very, very little explanation of that. Very little anything really. So we're still wondering what the First Order and the Resistance didn't even really fight. It was more, I mean, they had a few skirmishes, like really quick, quick and over, and then the rest of it was just like this weird love story between Rey and Luke,
which nobody expected
or wanted
at all.
And then
it's pretty edgy, especially given the recent stories in Hollywood and all that. It's kind of gross almost.
Well, okay, that might give it more a grosser context, but it just seemed like they didn't really answer any questions. They raised so many more, and they have one movie to wrap it all up, and I don't know how they can go with that.
So, okay.
I think Abrams, when he comes back to take the helm again, is going to have a lot of work to do.
So let's do this. Let's go back and be like, let's talk about our top 3 moments. Mm-hmm. Like, if you can kind of think about your top 3 moments in the film, The Last Jedi. Like I said, I mean, if you've listened this far, you realize that this film has taken us to places we never imagined. It was really a strange film. All the speculation that Rian Johnson was going to do a weird movie definitely pay off. It's not a movie you can watch once and just be like, yeah, I get it.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, it's very intense.
Yeah.
I mean, intense is a word I'd give it. So for me, top 3 moments in the film.
Well, you give one, I'll give one.
Right. Okay. So we'll start with our number. Okay, give me a minute here to think about it. Number 3, number 2, number 1 moment.
Can I give my number 1?
Oh no, go with your lowest first. Let's go from lowest to highest.
Okay. Oh, number 3.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3. Luke Skywalker stabbing a porg to death.
That was awesome.
It was awesome.
And it was cool how it was almost like an homage to Gremlins in a way. How the porgs stowed away and like, then they turned into these like ugly beasts that like attacked later. It was pretty cool. Very unexpected.
Yes.
I felt like they they showed the porgs in the trailers, like these cute little things, and then like no. Like porgs are more like mogwais if they're anything, right? Yeah, it was good.
Don't feed them after midnight.
that would have been a little bit more of an homage. It wasn't like that overt, like, but also, it was cool. It was cool. Yeah. All right. For me, my number 3 moment. Well, I just think like the whole interaction with Poe and Luke in the beginning, like when Poe helps Luke get up on the mountain and like they're talking, like and basically Poe is like kind of I don't know. He just seems very sure of himself, you know. And it was cool that like they both had secrets.
Yeah.
But they didn't say exactly to each other what their secrets were, but they both said that they had secrets to each other. And it was nice because that gave us, because as an audience member watching it, I wasn't sure who to cheer for. I was kind of like, well, yeah, I mean, of course, I kind of want Luke to win. But then I was like, no, I kind of want Poe to win.
Because we didn't understand the situation.
Right.
Or we still don't.
Not fully. It was good.
I mean, that
it was interesting.
More. Although, no, they obviously rallied together at the end.
Right. That was interesting. That was a good moment. I liked it.
I go my number 2, BB-8 projecting a giant flaming robot at people.
It was cool. He didn't have too many moments in this film.
Not as many as I would think. They really didn't. I don't know. Maybe they were just tired of the cutesy droid thing. You know, he was there, but he was mostly in the background, not doing anything.
Yeah.
Or just beeping, and then that was really his one big moment.
Yeah. It was cool. It looked good. You know, it was something we haven't seen before in Star Wars. I mean, I'm glad that the movie didn't have like another Death Star climax.
Yeah, thank God.
You know, this was a totally different thing.
This was more storming the castle.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, really. I mean, and to see that in Star Wars was cool because it has all that kind of knighthood elements and the samurai elements of the Jedi and all that.
All that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so it totally fit, but it was just something we've never seen before. It was really cool. Boy, for me, number 2, was watching it here with you, Iggy. No. Gosh, hard to say.
I'm not commenting.
No, yeah.
I feel slightly uncomfortable.
This whole thing is really crazy. I can't believe we've actually gotten to do this. I'm not sure if we should even like put this up on the internet now, because now that we've done it and we've recorded it, I almost feel guilty. Do you not feel guilty a bit?
Well, again, what about
like how have we been able to do this?
What about the death of Kylo?
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the. Okay, for me, number 2, I really liked DJ. I thought he was a really cool character. Funnier than I expected.
Oh my God, yeah.
All the shots we saw of him, he looked like this very grave, kind of serious character, almost like
a mafioso?
Yeah, kind of. But have you ever seen the movie, do you know, reminded me, have you ever seen the movie Sneakers?
No.
Yeah, so in Sneakers, there's this character called Whistler, and Whistler is like this blind character who has these amazing technical skills.
Okay.
But he's like very greedy and he doesn't take anything seriously.
Okay.
And like I just thought, like when they brought him Luke, like when Poe and Finn brought DJ Luke's body, and they're like, "Can you help us out? Can you revive him?" And like DJ had that kind of, you know, Whistler feel. Oh, you've never seen that movie, Sneakers? That's a great movie. No. You should see that movie.
I should.
It's awesome. Anyway, yeah, for me, I'd say that was my number 2, just that character.
I gotta say my favorite moment.
Number 1. Wait. Are you doing your number 1 here?
I'm doing my number 1.
So this is a faking Star Wars. This is a number 1 moment for both of us after watching the Last Jedi, Star Wars Episode 8 for the first time here. So what was it for you?
It was, well, almost every scene with Hux in it, but definitely the death of Hux in a gamble of chance, a battle of wits to the death with Luke. Because Luke wasn't able to, well, he didn't obviously use the Force, so I guess it could be Force tricking him a little bit, but they were like so intent on that, and I mean, it was obvious that Hux was going to lose this one because he was outmatched, but he was just so sure of himself. And I thought it was funny and like a dramatic moment in the movie, so that's probably my favorite.
It really, for me, that scene was interesting, not only because it showed us that Luke's character has come a long way from Return of the Jedi. I mean...
Oh, he straight up poisoned a dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah, why not?
but it also kind of added to the First Order. Like, it made Hux look a little bit more of a bumbling fool who's trying to be a bad Nazi general kind of, but who really is kind of an idiot in a way. Like, he didn't really know what he was doing.
No.
You know.
Though we still are not entirely clear if he was acting on behalf of the First Order or outside his jurisdiction.
Either way,
because Snoke was pursuing them as well.
Right.
The thing is, Hux was dead by the time Snoke caught up.
Snoke even arrived, yeah. I don't know exactly what to think there, because it seems to me that it could have simply be the most likely. Well, let's talk theories later. Theories, speculation later. Sure. Okay, my number one moment for me. Again, I'm Stormduper. With me is Iggy69, IG69, who's our new member, helping us out on the site with some occasional contributions, hopefully. But, God, it's hard to pick a favorite moment. I think the last scene, really, when we have our heroes together, Poe, Finn, Rey, and Luke, riding those, what do you call your horses, whatever they are, riding them into the sunset. It's like a Western. I mean, it really is. It has all the beats, all the thing, and what I liked about it was it wasn't too heavy-handed. It was like, yeah, Luke and Rey are together. Finn has, something
going on,
achieved his goals somehow. I mean, but Poe really is the arc of the movie. Poe's
Finn defeated Phasma.
Yeah.
And Poe defeated Kylo Ren.
Right.
Everyone wrapped up their stuff. But what's interesting, though, Empire ends on a down note.
Yeah.
This one ended on an up note.
It was almost, it felt almost too happy in a way.
Yeah. Almost like this was like a standalone movie.
Yeah. Or almost like a fairy tale or something.
Yeah.
It felt very fairy tale-esque. And I expected that Rian Johnson would tap into that kind of myth, when he's making a film. I mean, I know he's into that. He likes a lot of old film and cinema and stuff. But this really did feel almost like a storybook or something, like feeling.
And it just makes me wonder, of course, if they left Snoke alive, and I really wonder, what are they going to do in the next one?
Yeah.
Because...
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Without the previous one and the next one, this movie makes no sense whatsoever. And that is, I'd say, the one weakness of the movie. A movie should stand alone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you watch a movie and in a series and it doesn't make sense in and of its. Like, there has to be, of course, every movie that's part of a series, it should help to watch.
Right.
What happened before and what happens after. However, without the key components of what happened, of what will happen here, I think this movie will be just very confusing to viewers. If someone just whips this off some sort of internet rental site.
You don't think it stands alone in that sense, then?
20 years from now.
Yeah.
How are they going to receive this?
I don't know, because I see what you're saying, but I think that the fact that it did have, go back to that feeling of a storybook, it felt like sort of a storybook romance.
Right.
A lot of the feeling
but we don't understand a lot of the character motivation. We don't understand really what's going on between Poe and Luke, and we don't understand what's going on between Snoke and Luke. Really, Luke seems to be the linchpin of this, in a way that I was surprised at, because I thought he would, again, just be the Obi-Wan.
Right.
I really thought they would Obi-Wan him and just sort of shove him in. And
I'm glad.
I thought originally they would just kill him off, but instead, because of Carrie Fisher's death, I thought they might just extend him into the next movie.
I didn't think he would die. I am really surprised that he and Rey
hooked up.
Yeah, that's not what I was expecting.
I mean,
they didn't really.
Damn,
I was fully prepared for Luke to
But
be.
how bad do you feel for? I don't know. You never know what Finn's going for, but
Yeah.
If Finn was going for Rey, how bad do you feel for Finn right now?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, right?
I didn't expect that. I mean, I knew Finn. I kind of always thought, Finn is not. Finn is kind of, he's not Rey's type.
I think maybe, and probably Rey's not actually his type either.
Well, in this movie, it was obvious because Finn was just proving how awkward he was and kind of clumsy and kind of just not.
Yeah, but he picked it up a notch. He came up with like some good plans, and he defeated Phasma, who was his sort of nemesis, if you will.
Yeah.
His sort of like that sort of attraction to Rey subplot completely dropped, as if it never happened. Which is not new in Star Wars. They've done that with the whole Rey
Luke and Leia.
Luke and Leia thing, which started in A New Hope, and then sort of and also continued in Empire, and then they dropped it in Return of the Jedi.
The thing I didn't like was how Han really wasn't a part of this movie at all, and that made.
You can't bring him back as a Force ghost because he's not a Jedi.
No, I wasn't expecting that, but like. I don't even remember hearing his name more than once in the film. And I did read a couple of days ago. I can't remember what website it was. I think John Boyega said that who plays Finn. He was like, "There's just this movie doesn't stop. It just keeps going after the events of Force Awakens. There's no time to mourn Han." And I get that, but I thought maybe there would be a scene of Leia looking distraught or like whatever. Yeah, she was in it for like two scenes maybe.
Yeah, I know like Carrie Fisher finished all of her scenes before she died.
Yeah.
But it seems like they just went back and just cut her out of the movie.
Yeah.
Almost completely. Like,
it wasn't like
literally the shots that are in the trailer are her scenes.
Right. She has more to do in the scenes.
Because her looking worried and her doing stuff is just completely irrelevant to the situation.
Now, do you think that they actually changed it?
I think they reshot a lot of stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
After she died?
Yeah. And I think that has definitely changed.
So how do you think people are going to handle it? Because I feel like people have been sort of led to believe that Carrie Fisher is going to be like a major part of this movie.
I think they're going to have nightmares over the bloody porgs.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So in general, would you say you positive? I would definitely say it's a positive.
Positive.
Weirder than Force Awakens. Definitely weirder.
It is. I think it's going to go down as that really weird Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, you can't say it copies Empire Strikes Back.
No, definitely.
Because it definitely doesn't. And you can't say that it's derivative of A New Hope or Return of the Jedi because it's not. This is a completely different Star Wars.
And I know I've said it,
but if anything, I would say it is more similar to one of the Ewok movies.
Interesting. Well, in that sense, it was because it was simpler in a way.
Yeah, it's a simpler little story about a rescue mission.
Kind of, yeah.
And then that's supposed to go somewhere better, but it is not like any of the other ones. It's completely unique. It was fun to be back in the Star Wars universe. I thought the set design was great. Of course, the special effects were great.
Did you think that the porgs were gonna have a bigger part somehow than they did?
Oh no, actually, I thought they would be barely in it at all.
Right.
I was actually surprised by.
I thought it was strange at the beginning when they were
look, they're cute, and therefore they're in the trailer to attract people to the movie. What they don't realize is they are hideous monsters who will devour your soul.
Yeah. Then they stow away. They stow away aboard the Millennium Falcon. That was cool.
I always thought it was unclear if they were either stowed away or they were brought. Again, The point was that scene where they're all in those pens. I don't know what they're for, or why they're in those pens.
Do you think it was just kind of like a set piece, or are we gonna actually go back to ahch-to and see that again?
Yeah, like I was waiting for some. Okay, the thing is, Porg's not an important component of the movie, other than like they're in one action scene and they're on a ship and they're in a pen. So
one of them almost killed Luke. I mean, they were kind of important.
But they were cute, and then not cute. That's the important bit. They're Ewok-esque. You know, like they're just thrown in. They're cute until they're not. Except in this case, they turned on Luke instead of turning on the Empire. Now, again, I don't know why, and I get this might be again something that was like maybe in reshoots they just cut some scenes that might have made more sense. It seemed like they had the Porgs were sort of pets, but not kept like pets, but then became violent. Though, I mean, you know, they might have been scared or something like that. You know, I can kind of guess why maybe a wild animal would want to like chew your shoulder off.
That part, I have to say, I mean, I was not expecting Luke Skywalker to get in a fight with a Porg. That was pretty cool, though. Leave it to Rian Johnson.
One would expect a Porg to lose to a Jedi pretty handily. The Porg held its own.
Yeah. I mean, it was ridiculous. Just like, who would have expected that? Like, I don't know. All right, so we've seen it. I'm gonna probably watch it 10 more times in the theater. How about you?
Probably 5.
Yeah.
No more than that. It's excessive.
I remember when I walked out of the theater watching The Force Awakens for the first time. Do you know the first thought I had? Thank God that was better than the prequels.
Well, obviously, because I remember the thought I had walking out of Phantom Menace, which was, that sucked, but it will all be explained. It will all be better, and then it wasn't. It got worse and worse.
Yeah. Now, if I could kind of put this movie into like a caption or whatever, it'd be like 1 Porg, 2 Porg, red Porg, blue Porg. You know, it was like very silly at the beginning in a way, and then we saw kind of this normal kind of happy-go-lucky part, and then this very weird dark part at the end. And the narrative was different from any Star Wars movie we've seen. Sure. Definitely. I do want to highlight again the fairy tale kind of elements, the very sort of storybook story-ish kind of.
Sure, I mean,
the love. It was a very storybook kind of feeling there with Luke and Rey.
It was definitely unexpected.
Nothing we've seen.
No, I mean, the trailers don't give anything away. They, in fact, mislead you considerably. Yeah. And then finally, you know, when you watch it, you're just blown away. Like in many ways, like just by a what? Well,
I think they set this movie up. Actually, now watching this, I kind of want to go back and watch Force Awakens again, because it was like The Force Awakens had no love story.
No
at
zero.
All. There was a
no
bit of
romance. I mean, there was sort of a little bit of Finn being attracted to Rey, but almost more just because that was the first sort of non-stormtrooper girl he'd ever met. Like
flirtation, but it wasn't love. And you saw sort of the end of Han and Leia. But that wasn't really love. There was caring, there was affection.
Sure.
But in terms of like that very simple storybook, Romeo, Juliet.
Well, and this finally gives Luke a love interest.
And there was no.
That is not incestuous.
It played it really straight, which I thought was so weird. It was like no explanation. Luke is in love with this like 20-year-old girl, and it's totally fine.
He's kind of just a dirty old man.
It was like so weird. It was almost. I mean,
I kept saying gross.
But I didn't, and here's why. Because it didn't apologize for it. It just told the story. And it was like, no, we're just telling this story. And yeah, she is a cute young woman, and yeah, she's totally in love with this creepy old scraggly hermit man, and that's okay.
Who seriously looks like he hasn't bathed
it's almost like Disney was like, what is the least Disney kind of love story we can tell, and then let's put that in the movie. Right? I mean, it was so cool. Like, in a way, it was so unexpected.
Well, kudos to Disney for not just playing the formula.
Well, because I expected to see a lot more overt kind of socio-identity politics, gay rights kind of stuff, and all that kind of, we've heard so much about how, Kathleen Kennedy wants to make Star Wars more inclusive. Nothing. This was not that at all. This was as patristic or whatever, and as kind of throwback you can get. Crazy. It was actually shocking. Don't you think?
It was shocking more because, it's just shocking because it simply went in so many bizarre directions that you would never in a million years have guessed.
Yeah, but it worked. The story was great.
Literally, Poe Dameron is a Jedi, or at least he's whatever. Okay, darn it, what's his face from Rogue One?
Oh, who?
Bo Staff dude.
Oh, Chirrut Enway.
Yeah, Chirrut Enway.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like
Chirrut. Yeah.
Chirrut, whatever.
So he was an interesting character also.
Yeah, well, so he's obviously if not, he's Force gifted. If not, maybe he's not a Jedi. He's not trained this way.
Well, we never saw Poe use the Force except for when Yoda appeared to tell him where Luke was.
Right. So.
Right. I mean, that was the only time we saw him.
Right, because they
Force
couldn't
connecting
find where the tree was, and then he had to have and Yoda showed him how to find the way.
Right.
Other than that, but he could handle the lightsaber, and he seemed all of these things extremely shocking, and I would not have expected to see that at all. Took the characters in a completely different direction, and a good job on misleading but intriguing trailers, because I think part of the fun of Star Wars is getting a trailer and then speculating endlessly.
Tearing it up and all that.
Oh, sure.
I would say, okay.
I mean, how many hours of internet videos are there on speculation?
Oh, man.
On who Rey's
there are some
parents
websites, too, that talk
or-
about this that are just stupid, man. They get into it, and they're always wrong. And if they're not wrong, then they're just saying what everyone already knows. And I've seen people talk about this, and I don't know if it's because they don't have anything else to do in life or whatever, but man, it is lame.
It's like we
it's
examined
bad.
This
it's
one
stupid.
clip of footage, and therefore we have determined this is true. And then that's not what actually happens. But
right.
I mean, okay, The Force Awakens. You and I enjoyed sitting around drinking beer and talking about what we thought was going to happen in that movie.
Yeah, because we're human.
Yeah,
we didn't come to fisticuffs. We didn't insult people about it.
Honestly,
we are human.
We were mostly wrong about everything that happened.
A lot of stuff we were,
Just like when these trailers came out, we sat around, drank beer, and talked about it, and we were horribly wrong on everything that happened in this movie.
Is it possible to have been more wrong? That's the question.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah.
I don't think we could imagine something.
So here's a question then. I mean, should we release this in the next week? Or should we wait and just kind of wrap it up or not hold on to it? Because I don't want to ruin this movie, because this did something in the Star Wars universe absolutely bonkers.
Absolutely.
I mean, to make Star Wars into a medieval fairy tale love story with just knights and stuff.
Here's the thing. If you are a mature individual and a Star Wars fan, I'm not saying that always necessarily coincides.
Right.
You're not going to even listen to this.
Probably not.
You're just
No.
going to wait and see the movie. In fact, you've probably been avoiding the trailers as much as possible. You want to go in and just enjoy the experience. If you're the kind of kid who like to find his Christmas presents a week early, rip them open, see what he's going to get, and then have the entire surprise of Christmas ruined for you, then you're going to listen to this, and well, then you deserve what you get. So why not?
Yeah.
You know what? Put it out there and have people just choose wisely.
Yeah, right.
You know, like if you don't want the movie spoiled, don't listen to it. Don't look for it. If you want,
We'll put it up there. I mean, people.
If you want to hear all of the stuff that and again, we didn't say everything, but if you listen to this and then you watch the movie, I think you're probably going to have a very different experience than someone who didn't listen to it and watched the movie. So I'm not saying better or worse, but different, definitely, and
Did you think?
Decide what kind of person you are.
Did you think that when?
It just has to be put up with fair warning. This is a spoiler. And
Well, no.
If you're the kind of person that enjoys a spoiler, and you want to know what happens before you sit down and watch something, then okay, listen to it. If you are the kind of person who wants to go in and experience something fresh for the first time and have it be all nice and new for you, then don't listen to this. Advertise it right.
So you're basically telling people who already listened to this not to listen to this?
I'm saying that if you're listening to this and you're the kind of person that enjoys
Has already listened to this,
then you have listened to the wrong thing.
So you're basically telling people that have listened to this that didn't want to listen to this that they were stupid.
Well, maybe you should put this at the start instead of at the end.
So now you're asking me to do like some weird editing thing or whatever.
I wouldn't ask you to do work or anything.
You want me to put before we load this up to the internet, you want me to put a little disclaimer on it?
Yes, a disclaimer would be awesome.
Come on, we don't do disclaimers, man. People do what they want to do. It's just whatever you choose.
Right, just put up as Star Wars.
If you're hunting,
Jedi,
nah. If you're you got a week to go. You've been waiting for this movie for 2 years. If you're hunting around the internet,
I wouldn't.
And you find a commentary and you click it, it is your fault.
Okay,
I'm not putting a disclaimer on this.
Look.
Man, come on. Nobody's clicking this video who doesn't want to hear it.
I could have found
ridiculous.
I could have found out. I watched the 2 official releases and then I saw the thing.
Yeah.
The movie. So if I was going to if someone said to me, hey, would you like to know what happens before I see it? I wouldn't, but I've seen it, so I'll talk about it. If I was offered the opportunity to know what happened before I watched the movie, I would
say go screw yourself.
Go meh yourself if you if you'd like there, because I like to be surprised. I want to feel surprised by the movie. I want to see the movie for the first time with open eyes. And it is a weird movie that.
So who do you think gets top marks after seeing it once?
Top marks?
Yeah.
Does it deserve top marks?
No. In terms of whose performance deserve top marks, I mean.
Honestly, I thought most of the minor characters performed way above par.
Okay. Poe.
Yeah, Poe. Where did that come from?
Can't go more on. So good.
Hux was crazy funny and
funny and malicious and kind of bumbling, right?
Yeah, but
we saw a different side of him.
But at the same time, just evil.
He was evil.
Yeah, it was he was really, really solid. As I said, Hux, Kylo, Poe, Finn were all my favorite characters in this one.
hard to pick for me, but I have to say, Rey, like Daisy Ridley, I like her as an actress, but I think she had the hardest job.
Well, she did have to believably kiss an old man.
Well, and also think about how different her character was in a way, because I mean, she in the first movie, in the seventh movie, but I mean, first movie, she was like this kind of independent woman, kind of adventurous, who was like very, and they had that element here.
Falls in love and then just kind of like goes damsel in distress.
Very much so, right? And we didn't have that kind of austere or rebellious side of her, except in relationship to Luke. And I'm wondering if Rian Johnson did that as basically a big middle finger to the entire, like, kind of... There's a sub-community in Star Wars, right? About people who want to make Star Wars relevant to their social political stuff. And that's not what Star Wars is. I mean, Star Wars is a movie.
In a galaxy that size, there's probably someone who agrees with you.
Yeah, there's every single social cause you want, there is in Star Wars.
Sure.
That's it.
There's also every social clause you don't want.
Right. And that's why it's Star Wars. It's not Star Harmony. But I feel like there were a lot of people who wanted, for example, for Poe and Finn to make out and be gay lovers. Just because that's an issue that people nowadays care about. And I'm not... So wait. I'm not saying that I'm not, behind, like, showing positive gay characters in film.
Sure, if they were set up that way.
Yeah, it just didn't feel like it just didn't feel like it needed to be in this movie.
Like for example, if like Poe just happened to be a gay man and Finn happened to be a gay man and they were like
right,
like each other,
but it just didn't feel right in this movie, you know?
No, because the way it worked was that Poe and Finn kind of shared a bond over a life and death situation,
right?
And then ended up not seeing each other for the rest of the movie, and then we're like, oh, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
And that was kind of forced.
A little bit.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But I guess what I'm saying is...
I get being glad that you're alive, and hey, I have your jacket.
I guess what I'm thinking is
it's okay, it's not like... if you take a look at, like, Captain America and Winter Soldier. That is far more believable.
Right.
Yeah, obviously it's fan fiction, but it's also far more believable because the way the characters are set up, there could be a thing there. It's just... You
mean between Captain America and the Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Bucky, yeah.
Well, I mean, it was a bit like that. It felt a bit like that.
Because there was a stronger bond between the characters. Mm-hmm. Whereas, really, Poe and Finn just met.
Right.
For like...
It's been 2 days.
For like less than an hour.
Well, that's an interesting question. Okay, so starting from the very beginning of The Force Awakens to the end of The Last Jedi, how much actual time has transpired?
Oh, God, like a few days. Maybe.
So, beginning of Force Awakens is when the attack on Jakku, right?
Yeah.
And then... It's almost just like a day.
It's a few days.
Maybe 2 days.
Because you have BB-8 crossing the desert.
Yeah. Okay, that's an evening. That's one night.
It could be, but it's not clear how long that took. It could be but it's not more than a couple days. Okay.
Right.
And then you have them finding BB-8. They've been looking for him, and then them getting on the Millennium Falcon.
That day.
Yeah, that day, and then hyperspacing to...
Takodana.
Yeah.
And then from Takodana, Rey is kidnapped, and instantly they're going back to...
that is not more than a day.
No. So tops it's 3 days.
Yeah. Tops. I'd say tops 4, but yeah.
But that depends. There's only one moment where there's time expansion, which would be when BB-8 is in the desert.
Yeah.
And the implication by the editing, I think, is that it's the next morning.
Yeah, the next morning or within at least a day of it.
Okay, so let's just say that The Force Awakens happens in a 48-hour period. I think that's fair enough, ish. Then this movie from the beginning, we get the stuff on ahch-to with Rey and Luke, and then
This is over
we go into
more like maybe
not more than a week though.
yeah, like a week or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the entire first 2 films in this trilogy are within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now, if I could pick out one thing that I don't like so far in the way this has developed, it's that. Because for me, like, that takes sort of the epicness of Star Wars and turns it into more of an episodic, you know, like the beauty of Star Wars was that we waited and we got 30 years later, we got Force Awakens. And things changed.
Sure.
But now here, we're getting characters changing, but we're not finding out why exactly they've changed. Why is Poe all of a sudden wielding a lightsaber fighting Luke? That seems like a weird choice.
Also,
why is Rey suddenly going to train with Luke and give him a lightsaber, and now she's making out with him? And now they're in love, and we haven't seen Luke, and there's a lot going on in a very short amount of time in the chronology. That's what is giving me problems with this movie.
Right, they're treating it like there's more time has passed than has chronologically passed in the movies.
Right.
But they also have I think the problem is in the first movies, okay, they have years or months pass between movies, right?
Right. Well, if you listen to like the early, I was listening the other day to the original radio dramas of A New Hope. Like, I don't know if you ever listened to those, but they're really good because like there's extra scenes in there that were never in the original movie. Like there's whole entire scenes of Luke waiting on Tatooine before stuff happened. Like there's a scene of Leia meeting a general in the Empire, and like she's gonna get married to him and stuff. There's a long time. There's a epic quality to that like I said, I'll say it one more time. This felt like a fairy tale.
Right. Well,
plucked out of the universe. It was sort of very God, what's the right word to say? It didn't have a lot of implication. It almost felt like a movie that didn't belong in the universe.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah.
Weird.
So, as I said, it was like something you haven't seen in Star Wars before. So, I'd say they're rushing it now. I think honestly, all 3 movies will be concluded within a month.
Like the whole of the trilogy.
Screen time. Like that's what's kind of going to happen here is that all 3 movies are going to be finished in a very just a flash of time.
Because
Whereas the original series and the prequels were years apart. I think part of it, but back in the day, was adjusting to the age of your actors.
Okay.
So they advance because you're not making a movie every year. You're making one every few years.
Well, Jedi came out in 70, or in New Hope came out in 77. Empire came out in 80, and Jedi came out in 83. Every 3 years.
Also that there was no plan to make a sequel to A New Hope.
Okay, well you're
only because it was successful that they decided to do a sequel.
When you say a plan to make a sequel, what you mean is the money wasn't there already, wrapped around somebody's Hollywood donger ready to just pump.
What I mean is it wasn't
the
even
studio.
Called Episode 4 of New Hope. It was called Star Wars, and it was
right.
It was never meant to be a saga because George Lucas just made a really fun hero's tale out of a space adventure fantasy story.
Yeah, I mean they had stuff in place in his mind, but
in his mind, yes, but not fleshed out.
It was never done. Yeah, I mean originally Star Wars was to just be one film.
No, because he basically he had an idea of a saga, and he decided, well, this is the one this is the era of that saga that could be put out, but it was so bare bones.
Right.
It was Darth Vader was not going to be guaranteed to be related to Luke Skywalker. Neither was Leia.
Yeah.
Nothing like that was done. He had an idea of a hero's journey that he had ripped off of the Bible, Akira Kurosawa movies, and old westerns.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Indiana Jones and stuff like that, where they ripped off older, successful formats.
Sure. Yeah.
He put it together, but in a sci-fi format instead of in a more traditional western or samurai movie format.
All right. Okay. Let's wrap it up.
Anyway.
So this new movie, Last Jedi, we've seen it now once. Let's each basically say how we would describe the film in like 10 words or less, and whether we'd recommend it or not. So for me, definitely recommend it. Definitely a different Star Wars film. I would describe it as take the fairy tales that you used to watch when you were a kid and add a little bit of humor and add a little bit of like a storybook kind of love or like a storybook story to it, and that's really what you have here.
I don't think you understand.
IG-69? Okay.
So what I'd say is a thrilling romp, but also I don't understand 10 words or less. So let's say definitely recommend. It's a great adventure story, and it seems a bit out of place in the Star Wars universe. But go see it with an open mind, and you will enjoy it. Also, I would retitle it "Attack of the Porgs."
Oh, that's just you being funny, like, because I mean there were no porgs in the whole movie.
It does not compute.
Well, that's very good. And just to finish up here, just real quick, thinking Star Wars, we'd like to just give a big shout out to our number one fan, Heath. Thank you, Heath, for everything you've done for the website. Since we've met you and interacted with you, our t-shirt sales have absolutely skyrocketed. That's how we've been able to pull off this entire caper even to get an early viewing of The Last Jedi. So thank you so much for your designs, which we were able to use to make some great t-shirts. And we really appreciate your generosity. You're our number one fan, and we really appreciate everything you do for us. And so thanks a lot for listening. If you made it this far, you are a super fan, and we'll see you next time with episode 9. So signing out, I'm Storm Duper. With me is IG-69. You have anything else you want to say?
Bleep bloop.
Bleep bleep. There you go. All right.